The first flash of truth. Come, sit a while. Let's talk about the beginnin'. Not just any beginnin', but the one before time had a name. The good book, the King James, says the earth was without form and void. Now, the old Hebrew tongue, it paints a picture with words, tohu wabohu, a desolate emptiness, an invisible, unfinished world. And darkness was upon the face of the deep. Imagine a blackness so thick you could feel it. But even in that deep, silent dark, something was movin'. The Spirit of God, a mighty wind, movin' upon the face of the waters, settin' the stage for the first great act. Then, through that silence, a voice, not a shout, but a command that was its own power. Genesis chapter 1, verse 3, "And God said, Let there be light, and there was light." Now hold on. Stop and feel the weight of that. Before the sun, before the moon, before any star had its fire, there was light, a flash of pure, unfiltered glory. This wasn't just a flip of a switch. This was the very substance of truth breaking into the emptiness. We have to be careful with our words, 'cause the men who wrote this down were. The Hebrew word for this light is or. It means illumination, the essence of light itself. It's not the word used later for the sun and moon, which is mor. That means a light bearer, a vessel. You see the difference? This first light in Genesis wasn't a thing holding the light. It was the light. It was the source. It was the divine energy that would give order and life to everything that was to come. Now, let's walk over to the book of John, chapter 1. The Apostle John, he pulls back the curtain for us. He says, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. In him was life, and the life was the light of men." There it is. John connects that first flash, that or, to a person, the Word. The light that broke through the tohu wabohu wasn't just an event, it was an entrance. It was the Son of God, the living expression of the Father, stepping into his creation. John keeps going. Verse 5, "And the light shineth in darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not." That word, comprehended, it's a deep well. The old manuscripts tell us it means more than just understand. It means to seize, to overcome, to put out. The darkness, you see, ain't passive. It's a presence that fought back. It tried to swallow that light whole. But it couldn't. It can't. The light of the Word is a fire that no darkness can ever extinguish. Centuries later, the prophet Isaiah saw this same light coming for a world lost in a different kind of darkness. He said in chapter 9, "The people that walked in darkness have seen a great light. They that dwell in the land of the shadow of death, upon them hath the light shined." That primordial light from Genesis wasn't a one-time thing. It was a promise that the same light that shattered the void would one day come and shatter the darkness in the hearts of men. Back in Genesis, God sees this beautiful new thing, this or, and he calls it good. It is the first thing in all of creation to be called good. And because it is good, it must be set apart. And God divided the light from the darkness. This is more than just physics. It's a spiritual principle. It's the first division, truth from error, holiness from sin, order from chaos. God drew a line, and on one side was his glorious truth, and on the other, the empty dark. And then, in verse 5, God gives them names. "And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night." Naming something in the old world was an act of sovereignty, of defining its purpose. This wasn't the 24-hour day we know. Remember, the sun ain't even here yet. This was spiritual day and spiritual night. To walk in the day is to walk in the light of God's Word. To walk in the night is to walk in the confusion of the world without him. The old wisdom books, some of which folks call the Apocrypha, they understood this light. The Wisdom of Solomon says that wisdom is the brightness of the everlasting light, the unspotted mirror of the power of God. This light, this word, is the very source of all wisdom. It's the truth that illuminates the mind and the soul, showing us the pattern of things, the way things ought to be according to the mind of the Father. So, what is the light of Genesis chapter 1? It's not gas. It's not electricity. It's a person. John tells us plainly, "That was the true light, which lighteth every man that cometh into the world." The light that exploded into the darkness at the dawn of time was the very same light that was born in a manger, walked the hills of Galilee, and conquered the darkness of the grave. He is the first word and the last. He is the light, and in him there is no darkness at all.
Now, if I didn't have to cover just a couple more topics, I would say that would complete my Bible study lesson on the first 5 verses of Genesis.